Alrighty, just finished work. I've got a little time crunch going on. I was supposed to get up early, train half my workout in the morning and then half at night so that we can meet at like 9 p.m. But that didn't happen. So I need to rush over there, do a really quick warm up, get my workout in best I can in the small time frame that I have, and then meet, and we're gonna talk about some future shoots and shooting my projects, which will be really awesome. It's gonna be all shot outside at the Red. I've always only done things that I can do during that one season or that one weekend that I was out there. My finger definitely is injured. That sucks. Well, I know I can do it, but I need to be able to climb V4, V5 open-handed. So I just gotta be cognizant about how I'm pulling the holds, because I'm okay when I'm loading it like this, definitely not when I'm loading it like that. It's like even that I can feel it. So really, I've been climbing a little bit like that too. So today is all gonna be about, can I still train just as hard without full use of this finger? And I think I can. And then I'm gonna try to replicate my goal routes into my workout, because I'm gonna do some rope laps, trying to add into like the feel of my routes. That means like a bouldery V4 start to, they call it V3, but I think it feels more like a 4, like a gym 4, to a bunch of like 11C climbing the rest of the way like that. So that is the plan. I'm gonna run off, get to the gym real quick and make this happen. Right, so I arrived at the gym a little bit before Justin and Kasha. Wasn't able to really get a hold of Kasha, so I hope she just shows up. I left my phone at home, the dork that I am. But yeah, so the main focus is to get this finger nice and warmed up so that when I'm working on it, open-handed, that it's still good to go and that I just don't make anything worse.
Triple A, credits alright. Hang up the phone and let your heart break on the inner lane. 24 twice.
I'm purposely climbing only like static boulders or something that I can do fairly statically, so that I always know I only engage this like that, never like this. Always engage it open if you're gonna keep climbing on kind of an injury that's kind of past its fresh stage. Mine is now in like kind of the healing process. And when I do this, it doesn't hurt. And I like test it, right? You wanna do that first when you're climbing on a fairly, new injury. And luckily it's this one, because these two are usually the strongest of your fingers. But yeah, I'm gonna keep moving on.
She's on the phone, but she's staying on Wilshire Boulevard. Old dreams dying hard. You want you to return this love.
Yeah, I've been feeling pretty good. Actually, better than I had hoped. So I've been climbing a bunch on crimps purposely with this finger, and it's been feeling pretty good. So that means I think I can pretty much keep the training up 100% for the route, which is awesome. I'm gonna be moving on to what if you've been following one of my vlogs before, you'll be seeing where the aerobic power workouts or aerobic utility workouts, and that's basically gonna just be taxing my aerobic system as much as possible so that there forms adaptations to get me stronger for my specific route. And then after that, I'm going to be doing some roped laps, but I'm going to try to recreate some rope drag that I know I'm going to be having on my route because it's really long and kind of adventurous, and then recreating kind of the boulder at the start to the just long endurance-y jug haul that it is. Good news vlog, the finger is holding up. It's in real good shape. I'm just a little bit pumped out from my sets. This time I just did 2 sets of 6 because I'm kind of keeping it shorter, so I'm kind of making it more intense. And now I'm moving on to roped routes. So I'm gonna do some rope laps, but I'm gonna link like a 12 into an 11C, and then do the 11C again to kind of try to replicate the V3, V4 start into a super long overhung climb. And this 11C is like kind of perfect. It's just basically a bunch of flat jugs with a tiny little roof in it. And the roof in my climb is actually a little bit bigger. I always feel good about it after getting like super torched on it, because then I feel like I'm getting a little bit more and more confident for my goal route. All right, so my fingers hurt like hell. When you do overhung circuit training, your skin just has a hard time keeping up, so I generally have to start taping my skin up and whatnot. But I'm about to do this rope laps, pretty excited about it, see how I fare. So usually I can do a double of this climb when it's just the purple climb, which is 11C. But if I'm taxed after a circuit training like I just did, I can usually do 1 3/4, I'll fall off the roof. But now I'm making it even harder and seeing how I fare, seeing if my training is caught up. I'm about to try to make the start harder by doing a harder route linked in with it, and then I'm just gonna do the route again repeated. so that was one of those like really hard, like phlegm-inducing workouts. It's like if you remember gym class having to do those sprints until like you couldn't breathe and your like legs wanted to give out. Afterwards, it's just like a really good feeling when you like, you know, really give it your all for your workout. Definitely still need to make it a little bit harder when it comes to like the start of that, because it still doesn't feel like V4, so maybe I'll climb that red a little further, or I'll get on like a 13 going into the 11C. Yeah, now moving over to the bar to chat a little bit more about like a storyboard and planning for the episode that we're gonna shoot at the Red in a few weeks when it's time to test my metal on this project. So I dumbly forgot that we were gonna hang out after and biked here, but we figured it out. So me and Justin are on our way to the bar. We're gonna talk some shop about the trip. Actually, it's a little bit of a celebration as well because I recently got my first sponsorship. I didn't even think it was going to be possible this early on in this adventure, this documentary, if you will, of the Midwest climbing life. But I'm just so beat. Sorry about the low energy. But yeah, that was tough.
How did he pull off this sponsorship?
Yeah. Well, just contacting a lot of smaller businesses. So for me, I knew, you know, on Instagram about almost 7,000 followers right now, and I just work on it every day. The YouTube channel is going to take a lot longer to grow, as you're probably seeing if you're one of my few viewers right now. I know it's going to be a slow roll. So Instagram's kind of my main focus for trying to get some traction going. And so I'm just contacting some smaller businesses, like being like, hey, this is my story, and I want to present it to the world, and kind of in the same way produce more training information out there and just content for climbers to consume when they're not climbing, right? I mean, we're always looking for that. When company hooked, you know, and it comes down to like looking at other Instagram accounts that are kind of smaller that have sponsors. So then I go and check out all those sponsors and be like, can I get behind that? You know, and then like go look at their site and send them some information. So just like anything else, it's a lot of no responses to finally getting one response. And so yeah, that was pretty sick.